Hi YouTube, so this video is going to be, so you want to get a leopard gecko. So to start off, you're going to need the right size equipment. You're going to need the right equipment. So you're going to have to take all this into consideration when you go to buy a gecko. I have two male leopard geckos, which I know a lot of people aren't going to like it, but they get along just fine. I've had them since babies. I keep them in a 25 gallon, which I just moved them up out of their 10 gallon. They were just starting to outgrow it. They're like almost full grown and just too crammed up. They weren't really too active and stuff, just kind of laying around. So for substrate, to start off, if you want to go cheap, something that's really not going to charge you much money, they're going to like it, go with the Repti stuff, that Repti carpet, things like that. That's what I use. I love that stuff. It's absolutely perfect for them and fat tails and stuff, but I was just kind of getting tired of that look, and that only fitted the 10 gallon tank, and I now just moved them into the 25. So I had a bunch of leftover bark and that from a couple bags, so I just put that all down inside of here in the bottom of the 25 gallon tank. You get like rocks from that. You can not too expensive as far as lighting goes, depending on the size of the tank. I have a 25 gallon, as I already said, so I recommend a 75 to 100 watt bulb, but this is a 50 watt. You can see I have bricks up and stuff, and I even piled it up to right there, so it's only like a couple inches from the light. So that works good for basking. As you can see, they just love their little spot. I just have two lids, a 10 gallon and a 5 gallon lid from there. I know it's kind of ghetto, but I like it. They can easily just access, and there's no way of them getting out. So without having to lift the lids, make sure not to drop the lights and all that stuff. So price range with leopard geckos, I got mine $15 each, but that's because I had a Petco card. On average, maybe like 20-30 bucks, something like that. I have no clue what type this orange one is, or one of them is just not like a normal one, and one's just a plain common. The orange one's like a lot thinner and stuff, just thinner bodied and longer than the other one. The other one's more fat, but the other one eats more than this one, so it's always going to be one that's going to eat most of the food. Be more dominant. Let me take it's kind of nighttime, so I don't really know how they're going to like being handled. I'll just leave them. But decor, you don't really need much. They do like it if you put like little plants and stuff. It'll probably make them feel a little more natural. I recommend just like only having a night light. You could do daylights and night lights and stuff, but the bright light, I'm sure, can hurt their eyes and things. And no like UV for these guys. Take them out in the light sometimes on a nice sunny day, and try to keep like at least like their heads in the shade, at least something like that, since they really don't like the bright light, the UV's hitting their eyes and all that stuff. Yep. So price range for the whole thing, let's figure this out. If you only want one, say a 10 gallon tank would work fine for one, so let's say about $15. And if you want a lid, that's going to be about $8. So there's already like $23. And plus, let's say if you get Repti carpet, you go with never having to, well, if you go for like the easy kind, like the Repti carpet, it's been a long time since I bought it. Let's see, about $5 to $7, $3 to $7. So just go 7 just to be safe. Like a 10 or 25 gallon tank, or just for a 10, maybe about $7, which is a great deal, since it's better than buying a ton of sand like monthly and things like that, or whatever other stuff you use. Don't use sand if they're babies, because of compaction and stuff. So let's say 23 plus 7, that's already $30. Then plus, let's say one gecko, $25, so $30, $40, $55 right there. And then light, it's gonna be about $10 for the dome, $5 for the light. That's 15. That's $45. Then let's just say, well, if you want to add decor, you can just get stuff out of your backyard. But just for bare minimum prices, I'll just add like one little plant, just something to add. So let's say like $5 for a plant, or actually no, $1, since you can go to the Dollar Tree. It's gonna be about 46, so about $50 setup. I got mine like a little Crested Gecko kit for like $55, and it came with everything, Repti carpet out, all that stuff, and so I had that. Now I just moved them into this. But on the overall, anybody who's their first visitor or just a good beginner, these are absolutely amazing pets. The only ones that I can think of that would be better, these guys are good because you don't have to miss them, would be Crested Geckos. So I already did a care video on them, and I'll do the food. This is all moldy. Let me take that out. sorry. You definitely want to change your food or else this will happen to it. I forgot to. That's what happens. I'll throw in some crickets for today and tomorrow I'll get to that. Actually, I'll clean it tonight, but I won't refill into all that. Their food, crickets, mealworms. As babies, I like giving them mealworms. As they get older, crickets and mealworms. Things like that. Waxworms. Yeah, they're pretty intelligent. You can see, you can't really see, but he's looking at me like, what are you doing? What are you doing about my home? He says, a little tilted head. Well, it's kind of fell. What I did is I just stacked some rocks from my backyard, and I had a little cave from their old tank, and just covered it in rocks. I had part of the little fake plant. I guess you could the lighting in here to keep the tank dark. Then I have a little cave right there with some little brick thing right there. You can get like Home Depot or Walmart or whatever. And this looks like this is all tilted, this thing, but it's not. And that flat, and that wasn't really hot enough, so I stacked up the rocks right there. There's a thermometer. I keep on trying to get the temperature, but they consistently knock it down every single time. So I might have to just turn on some, might just have to, whenever they're not on there, just put it on there real fast. Or just hold them off while it checks the temperature. So that's about it. And anybody, if you want to convince your parents to get leopard geckos, they should be pretty easy, because I don't see too many defaults in the plan. Or any, not really plan, but like, you wanting to have one. Great pets, great for beginners. Never have to worry, well, you don't really have to worry about getting bit. Sure, it has happened before. I know a lot of people don't want to hear this, but I'm sure it has. But they're really docile. At nighttime, I wouldn't recommend handling any nocturnal, just because they're going to be, nighttime, they come out at night. They're going to be night hunters and stuff. One eye's little. There's going to be more of a chance of you getting bit, because they're more active. They're up and ready to go. Kind of like handling a snake in the high heat. There's more of a chance, because that's when they naturally come out. Actually, I'll try to get my more calmer one out. Come down, buddy. Come down. Come on. This guy's my most calmer. His name is Bandit. Cause he got little stripes on him. As you can see, super docile, super calm, tame. See him right there. I don't really handle him too much. You can see, still needs to warm up. The other one had the best basking spot, so I'll let him have that. Really mellow. At first, it might be a little jumpy in his babies. They could bite, but the pet store, the guy even let one bite me, one of the little babies, just so I see how it feels. I raised these guys from babies and with this care, and it didn't hurt at all when I got bit. Sorry, I'm just kind of jumpy or whatever. It's nighttime, and I don't know. That's about it. So, alright, bye YouTube, but comment, subscribe.